Good morning. I am Morning Mike. Happy to have you along with us on this Thursday morning and happy to be chatting with a local author from Warren County, Reyna Favis. Reyna is the author of SoulSearch, and she's in the studio with me this morning. Good morning, Reyna.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks so much for having me today.
Well, thanks for being here. Now, Reyna, let's just get started. You're from Warren County. Where at?
I live in Lopatcong.
Have you been a lifelong resident, or are you a transplant?
I'm a transplant, but I've been there for about 15 years now.
Okay, and you're originally from?
I've lived in New Jersey my entire life.
Okay, so you're a Jersey girl all the way. Okay.
That's right.
But now, Reyna, tell us, you have an unusual occupation, don't you?
That's right. I'm a search and rescue worker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a canine handler for the search and rescue teams of Warren County.
Mm-hmm. And you're basically looking for missing people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a hunter who goes missing when he goes out, sometimes there are people with mental illness who are missing, people with Alzheimer's disease. It's that sort of thing where the team has to go out and find these people, and we help law enforcement do this.
Mm-hmm. And now it's interesting because you also, your book is called SoulSearch, and it's a rather lengthy little thing, too. It's a work of fiction, yes?
Yes, it's a supernatural tale set in the search and rescue world.
Okay, so you combined kind of your own your career, so to speak, and your work with a hobby. So now, is this your first novel?
It's my first novel writing fiction. I've written scientific reports prior to this.
Oh, okay, all right, very good. And that probably dealing with your work as a search and rescue person, yes?
I worked in the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Excellent. So let's just talk a little bit about the book. I mean, let's just first start and say this is obviously your first novel. It's different than writing, reports, so to speak. So how did you find that challenge? Well, how was it?
It was a different type of. I used a different part of my brain to try to write this.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired this story is that as a search and rescue worker, we're frequently asked to go out and find despondents. And these people, the stories don't always end happily for them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And our dogs are trained to find both the living and the dead.
Mm.
And it was on one of these missions that I started wondering, well, what if a search dog could also be a therapy dog for the dead and help these people cross over and go into the next life more easily and more gently.
Mm-hmm.
So this sort of what-if moment didn't really let go until I wrote the book.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, very good. Now, so you obviously have this interest and a career and training in the search and rescue world, but how about the supernatural part of it? You've always had an interest in that, or is that something that just kind of came to you along the way?
Oh, I've always had an interest in it. I love a good ghost story. I've been listening to ghost stories and watching them my entire life, reading them. I just love them.
All right, very good. And then you combined the two in this book. Now, when was this published?
This was just published in the end of September, so it's just newly out.
Okay, very good. And as far as the story goes, how long did it take you to kind of formulate this before you actually began sitting down and pounding it out?
I'm what you call a pantser. I write by the seat of my pants, so I have just...
Thanks for that phrase, okay? I appreciate that. I think I'll use that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you write by the seat of your pants. So you really didn't know where the novel was going at that point then?
Well, I established the characters and I put them in a situation. So we have Fia, who is a young woman who can sense the dead, and she is ferociously hostile to the intrusions that they make in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the dead, she was diagnosed as being a very... psychotic child.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was actually for a while institutionalized, and she blames them for that. So I would go so far as to say Fia hates the dead. And so within the story, she needs to be turned around, and she meets a character called Cam who helps her and mentors her and helps her learn that she needs to use her abilities, and she has a moral obligation to use her abilities to help the dead pass on to the next life.
Very interesting. Now, the interesting thing about the book also is that you incorporated an awful lot of Warren County into it, didn't you?
I sure did. We have lots of places within Warren County that readers will recognize. We have Merrill Creek Reservoir, and there are other regions that people will recognize. And we also incorporate a lot of Warren County history into it.
Okay. Interesting. Very good. And was this kind of an intentional thing or just kind of happened?
It was kind of an intentional thing. Like I've said, I've lived in Warren County for about 15 years now, and I really enjoy living here. This is a beautiful part of the state to live in. And if I can sort of let the rest of the world know about what's really nice about Warren County through this book. I think that would be a great thing to bring more people here to enjoy our trails, enjoy the nature.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's just move on to talk about your rescue partner. Okay, is a dog, right?
That's right.
And
her name is Zacchio, and she's a Plothound mix.
Okay.
And she was actually rescued from the Common Sense for Animals.
Okay, very good. And then train. Now, do you actually get involved in the training part?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, let me ask you, what is a plot hound?
A Plothound is the state dog of North Carolina, and they were brought into this country in 1760. They were bred to hunt bear, boar, mountain lions, other big game. And when I first adopted her, I saw her as a tiny little puppy, and I thought, she's adorable. I'll take her home. What's a Plothound? I read what they did, and they said you have to hunt them, or you have to take them out and search and rescue, because they will destroy your home if they don't have an outlet. So here we are.
Here we are. How about that? It's interesting. And an interesting note here is the fact that some of the proceeds of this book are going to a couple of organizations and helping to do some things, right?
That's right. So half of the author's profits from this book are going to go to the search and rescue teams of Warren County, and also Wayward Plots, which is a breed rescue organization for plot hounds.
Okay. Tell us where people can get more information about you, about what you do, and about the book.
The book is available on Amazon for purchase, and you can also find out more about me on www.reynafavis.com.
Okay, Reyna Favis, and again is ReynaFavis, reynafavis.com, your website. And the book is called SoulSearch, and I thank you so much for the book. We appreciate that. And after I get finished with it, it might wind up at the Northeast branch of the Warren County Public Library, if that's all right.
That's wonderful.
Oh, so terrific. Very good. And so, Reyna, what's next?
Right now I'm working on the sequel to SoulSearch, and I'm hoping to have that out by the summer.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very, very good. How much time do you spend writing normally, do you think?
I spend most of my day sitting and writing and typing and researching.
So you're really pounding it out here, huh?
I'm trying.
Reyna, thank you so much. Did we cover it all?
I think we did. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. And again, the book is called SoulSearch. It is by Reyna Favis from Warren County, from Lopatcong, and an interesting book, especially if you like Warren County and Warren County history. And ReynaFavis.com, ReynaFavis.com to find out more. It is available on Amazon. And like I said, if you hang by the Northeast branch of the Warren County Public Library in a couple of weeks, you will find it there on the shelf if somebody hasn't already checked it out. You can always put your name on the list because I'm sure it'll be quite popular. Reyna, thank you so much. Have yourself a great day.
You too, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, RNJ with Reyna Favis, a local author. It puts us at about 21 minutes as we roll towards 10 here on RNJ.